I wanted to ask you about the status of the personal Ferretti 360 fleet. Are there any?
Okay.
How many are there right now?
So I'll give you there's only one right now.
Okay.
So I had a red coupe.
Uh-huh.
And then I got a blue Spider. So I had the red coupe and the blue Spider at once.
Can we have a moment of silence for the red coupe?
Yeah, so that's how I always go. I was giving you the update on all of them. I decided I liked them both, so I got rid of them both and got a red Spider.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Nothing
the
will
red
top.
coupe has
Nothing
since
will
gone
top the
through
red
several
coupe.
owners and another like 20,000 miles, and then it was totaled. And it was totaled allegedly hit by somebody.
I'm talking about
you like a bandit. He got like 75 grand for the car that he paid 45 for or something.
No, I was talking about your old red coupe that caught in flames.
Oh no, that coupe is like
with the odometer issue.
That coupe's long been dead.
360s,
Yeah.
Not old rentals.
That we had so much fun in that car though.
I mean, yeah, for like a month I did, and then it burned to the fucking ground.
The blue Spider I sold to a close friend. And he's had it for like 2 years, and then he started getting an engine noise, and then $20,000 later, they completely pulled it apart, put it back together. He went a little ham with it when he was doing the service, but it was, I think, like a collapsed lifter or something like that. Something that's completely, it's not unheard of, but fairly rare. But he got that probably 10,000 miles in, and now the whole car went apart, went back together, and he had a little leaking from the cam seals, so it's back at the shop now getting that done. But he's really enjoying the crap out of that car. And then this car that I have here, I just had a guy come in. I'm like afraid to drive it now because the guy just did like a 3-day detail.
Oh yeah, that happens.
Ceramic coating and everything.
That happens. Larry worked on my Lambo, and he was like, "All right, now we're gonna film it." I was like, "But you just detailed it."
Yeah, I'm afraid to drive it.
He's like, "Don't worry, I'll fix it. I'll fix it afterwards."
Yeah, that's one of those things that when you do that, and like it's sort of too nice to me. I'm like, this is why I don't wash my cars, because I can actually drive it and enjoy it.
The red one is the one I think you and Kimmy drove to the wedding. I've seen it. It's got like a bunch of miles on it, but it's nice, right?
Which one?
The red one, the red Spider.
No, that one I bought with 12. It's at like 17 now. I think my building's about to blow up.
Oh, what the fuck is going on back there?
I'm just kidding. I just closed the door.
Oh,
I feel bad. Whoever's got to edit this audio, and I realized this now, or like 10 minutes ago, I realized it. But I'm recording this to try to keep the best quality product for the Smoking Tire podcast that we can possibly deliver. So I've got a microphone on here, but then I realized it's probably running a chance of picking up your audio on top of my audio. So hopefully
it might be, it might not. And also,
we'll see.
Also this show's free.
Yeah. And as long as it's better than the microphone speakers through Zoom.
It'll be,
what
it's
do you guys
fine.
think of Zoom now? It's all the rage.
Zach and I were talking that we wish we bought stock.
Yep.
A month ago.
Apparently the security of it is not quite there yet, and there's some open loops in it. But beside that, it seems like it's like fine. I don't really have I have no allegiance. It's not like the Valentine one, where it's like I've been using Skype for years. No,
I've used it 3
Valentine
times.
One, you even gave that. Like they didn't keep reinventing the product to the point where everyone just gave up on them when they lost their arrows. The amount of money that those arrows made that guy is ridiculous.
We were before while you were in line at the grocery store, and I have it here in the studio, and we've been using it for the last week. The Valentine 1 Gen 2, aka Valentine 2, and it's nice. You'll really like it.
Do they call it the Valentine 2?
No, they fucking should. It's called the Valentine 1 Gen 2.
Because no, if they called it the Valentine 2, that completely, it makes it seem like a new product now. Everyone's like, I need to get that.
Yeah. So it's nice. We were talking about it before you got on, but how did we end up there, Zach? I just totally brain farted how we ended up in about radar detectors.
Zoom Valentine 2?
I fucking
I don't know. I
forget.
Well, I mean, as
things.
far as radar detectors, I haven't used it, but the Passport Max 360 is the go-to, isn't it?
I think a lot of people have that one and like it right now. I found my Valentine 1 to still be relevant, and we've got this new Valentine 2, and it works great. So we're happy with it.
Yeah, I think I did reviews once, and I think the unit I think it was the R3, was good for long range. So if you live in like Nebraska, and you have nothing but clear highway ahead of you. but the Passport Max 360 was the best short range radar detector out there for, like, everyday use.
Hey, what's
I
the
haven't tried the
regulation?
Valentine 2.
What's the regulation on Canada?
For radars?
It's fine, right?
I mean, and this is where we went off on the tangent before. Like, we've driven in all these countries that have like super strict speed limits, and we, without the stickers on the car, we're pretty clear.
No, I know that, but I just and having a driving event without stickers is like the most important thing to me now. Now that we've done it, you can never go back to fucking bullshit stickers. Fuck that. But I just don't know. Are radar detectors legal in Canada?
Who's working the switchboard?
I don't know. Zach's gonna work on that in the background while we do that. But the 360. So in general, buy, drive, put miles on with confidence.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Buy, drive, put miles on, sell. This one, since I bought it, it's an 04 with 12,000 miles on it. I bought it, and I'm just going to keep it. When the clutch eventually goes, and I don't know when that's going to happen, I'll swap it to a manual, and that's just my car till my kids auction it off after I'm dead.
How long are the clutches lasting on those, if you know how to drive them right?
Both of my 360 coupe, my coupe and my first convertible, I got at a good deal because they needed clutches. So the dealer takes the car in, and he's like, look, we got this car, it needs a clutch. The guy doesn't want to spend 10 grand. You want to buy it? And I'm like, yeah. So I think I paid like 50 grand for my 360 coupe, sold it for 55 after I put 15,000 miles on it. And then I paid, I don't remember. I think I paid like 65 and sold my blue Spider for 65, but put 5,000 or 6,000 miles on it, and I put a clutch in when I bought it. But like, I'm happy. The car I have now has unknown clutch life. It's never been replaced, but it's at least 17 or 18,000 miles now on it. So
yeah,
as a rental car, it would probably need a clutch pretty soon, or would have needed a clutch already. With somebody who knows how to drive it, it's lasting a long time.
Yeah. I think if you know how to care for that thing, you could probably make it last quite a while.
That should be your thing, to see how long you can go on the stock clutch.
What's the record? I mean, there's got to be some guy out there with a 50 or 60,000 mile car on the original clutch.
Yeah.
I mean, just think about like clutches, and that's, to be fair, it's not the best engaging clutch on the planet.
Yeah. It's a little soft.
But if you think about all those cars that you bought that you're like, oh, I bought this car, I'm going to learn how to drive stick. And like, you know what, if the clutch burns out in 30,000 miles, then so be it. 300,000 miles later, it's on the original clutch.
Yeah, I know. Clutch material is such a weird thing because it's not like linear. Like, you can like kind of fuck the clutch up like minimally a whole bunch of times, or you can fuck it up real bad once and it's just dead.
It's done.
Yeah, it's like you can really play within that. It's like the laws of thermodynamics, right? If you have a gauge and it like fucking completely fails here,
it can't get too hot.
You can get it here a million times and nothing will happen. It'll be perfect, but you get it to there and it just goes boom.
Well, it glazes, right? And then it just slips constantly.
Well, the Ford GT had the problem where the clutch will bird's nest. It will literally just shred itself to pieces.
The old ones, the manual ones did?
The manual ones, yeah.
Did they really? I don't remember that.
We had a customer who did that. He took the car, he tried to do a burnout in third gear. Clutch just lit up like a bird's nest.
Oh, shit.
Car was stuck in place. And at least he was honest about it. He's like, I was trying to do a burnout and I was in the wrong gear, and the thing just because that thing would rip a burnout no problem.
Yeah, of course.
And then I smoked a clutch on a Murcielago on the LP640 Roadster, trying to load it onto the top deck of a trailer where we had like half an inch on each side.
Yeah, I could really see that happening.
Arena swapped the clutch, and then it had to go on it directly on the truck to Florida. The car had 8 miles on it.
Oh, it's a new clutch. Oh God.
that was a big $8,000 oops.
Oh. Well, I don't allow flatbed drivers to load my Lambo onto trucks. I load it myself because I
don't blame you,
because they would easily smoke the clutch in that thing.
Yeah, that's
well, you do the elevator door. Like certain cars need an elevator door. You can't load it on a regular car transport.
Yeah, no,
an incline.
It's got the low boy.
Yeah.
So it just drives straight on, then they lift it up and go straight.
No, you can drive it on a bit of an angle. It's actually got some clearance, so I can I take a little bit of a run up at it actually, and then just kind of coast up it. It's fine as long as you don't slowly ride the clutch.
Yeah, once
up.
It's engaged, you're okay to ride up there. But you know,
like a lot of the times I put like anything that I have that's finicky, I'll put on a truck that has just a elevator door in the back. So you're literally like pulling into a parking spot, and it doesn't damage the clutch or anything like that. And because regardless of whether you load it or not, they could take the thing off 4 or 5 times on the way to the destination that you have no idea. So.
Well, you're talking about long distance shipping. I was referring to more as allegedly. I've got Haggerty Plus, which is unlimited basically tows a year for me, basically unlimited. And so if I need to get the car to like service, I'll be like, it's overheating. I'll just send a flatbed to my house.
Doesn't sound right.
Take it to service.
Yeah, something doesn't sound right.
They don't ask too many questions once they show up.
No, it's funny. I always use AAA. I have Haggerty as well, so I'll probably use.
If you've got Haggerty, their tow plan is longer distance and more tows per year. Like AAA Gold or whatever it was is like 99 miles or something.
Yeah. 160. It's if you're like Premier.
200-mile tow for the whatever AAA I pay for.
Whatever Haggerty was, it was 50 miles further than AAA offered.
That's a lot.
Okay, so
it was significant. It was enough. It was enough that it would get me home from Buttonwillow. It was far. Like that's really
that's
really
good
far.
Though. Imagine going to the racetrack and then not having to worry about trailering the car. If it breaks, you get it home for free. And
100%.
You just have to deal with the drive back with the driver.
You're 100% right. Oh, bro, that's an adventure.
It is. I've had some interesting chats with those guys. Some really nice.